150 million years ago, the Earth belonged to giants. Not myths, not monsters, but living empires of flesh, scale, and thunder. Mountains trembled beneath their steps. Oceans split around their tails. The sky itself was alive with wings that blotted out the sun. For 150 million years, they ruled without mercy, without fear. The longest reign in the history of life. But how did they rise? How did fragile reptiles evolve into the most dominant creatures this planet has ever seen? And what made them so perfectly suited to a world built on chaos? Picture it, the air thick with heat, forests that breathed fire, and the ground moving beneath your feet like a living heartbeat. Can you feel it? The raw energy of a world yet untouched by humans. This was not a fairy tale. It was the age of dominance, the age when dinosaurs ruled the earth. By the end of this story, you'll discover how they rose, how they ruled, and how their legacy still echoes within every living thing today. It began on a world unrecognizable to us, a single massive supercontinent called Pangaea. The land was harsh, the air thick with carbon, and the days burned beneath a relentless sun. Rivers carved molten paths through the landscape, and storms rolled across the barren plains with fury unmatched. In this crucible of fire and dust, the first dinosaurs emerged, small two-legged survivors like Eoraptor and Tyrannosaurus. They were not yet kings, just clever hunters trying to outlast extinction. Every shadow could mean death, every sound a threat, every meal a triumph. Volcanoes tore the skies open, the seas boiled. And yet, through every catastrophe, these creatures adapted. They learned to stand taller, move faster, breathe deeper. With each passing season, they became sharper, stronger, evolution itself honing them into living weapons. When other species perished, dinosaurs thrived. Evolution had found its masterpiece. The Triassic period ended with devastation, a mass extinction that wiped out nearly 75% of life on Earth. But for dinosaurs, it was an opportunity. Where others saw doom, they saw a chance to rise. From the ashes of that dying age, they rose, stronger, smarter, and ready to dominate. Imagine being one of those first tiny hunters, feeling the earth tremble as giant predators walked the lands, yet still surviving, still learning, still growing. As the world split apart, Pangaea cracked into continents, new coastlines formed, rainforests expanded, and dinosaurs claimed it all. This was the Jurassic period, an age of balance and beauty. Forests thickened, rivers meandered across fertile valleys, and skies teemed with life. Imagine herds of Apatosaurus moving through misty valleys, their long necks sweeping above trees older than mountains. The ground vibrated under their massive steps. Imagine the earth humming as Stegosaurus marched across open plains, their plates catching the morning light like burning shields. Every movement was a statement of power, yet also a harmony with the land around them. Above them, the skies thundered with wings, pioneers of flight, early relatives of birds that would one day inherit their legacy. The air shimmered with the shadow of flying reptiles, weaving in patterns that would one day inspire stories of dragons. But power attracts predators. From the shadows came hunters like Allosaurus, swift and strategic, their every movement a dance between hunger and precision. Even the giants had to watch their young. Survival was never guaranteed. It was a world in perfect balance, predators and prey shaping each other through time. Every chase, every hunt, every narrow escape became a lesson written into DNA. For millions of years, they ruled every corner of the planet. And in their shadow, early mammals, tiny, fragile, afraid, hid beneath roots and rocks, waiting for nightfall. The dinosaurs were the daylight. Everything else survived in the dark. Then came the Cretaceous period, the peak of their empire. The giants grew larger, more powerful, more specialized than ever. This was the time of Tyrannosaurus Rex, the thunder lord of the northern lands. It could crush bone with every bite, run faster than its prey, and hunt with terrifying intelligence. Imagine the thrill and fear in every encounter. One wrong step, one wrong move, and life could end. In the south, Spinosaurus, larger, stranger, a predator that ruled both land and water. It hunted fish and crocodile-like creatures with the same ruthless efficiency it used on land. Meanwhile, creatures like Triceratops, with horns like living weapons, formed herds that defended their young with fearless unity. Their eyes, wide and alert, calculated every risk, every threat, a testament to survival instinct at its finest. Each species was a masterpiece of adaptation, built perfectly for survival in a world that never stopped changing. Forests grew denser, flowers bloomed for the first time, and insects filled the air with color and sound. Life was abundant, dangerous, beautiful, a breathtaking display of evolution in motion. For 150 million years, dinosaurs didn't just survive, they perfected life itself. Their story is not just of dominance, but of evolution. A lesson written in the DNA of everything that came after. When you watch a bird take flight, you're seeing the ghost of a velociraptor still alive today. But even empires built on power are not eternal. The same earth that raised them would one day test them. Climate shifted, volcanoes darkened the skies, and deep within the cosmos, fate was already moving. A rock, 6 miles wide, on a collision course with destiny. When it struck near the Yucatan Peninsula, the world ended in a single heartbeat. Skies turned to fire, seas boiled, forests vanished, and the era of giants, the 150 million year reign of dinosaurs, was over. But endings are only illusions. Because life never truly dies, it transforms. From the ashes rose new forms, mammals, birds, humans, each carrying echoes of the past, their bones, their instincts, their will to survive. Even now, the heartbeat of a dinosaur lives in every creature that walks, runs, or flies. The age of dinosaurs wasn't just about survival. It was about dominance, adaptation, and the unstoppable rhythm of evolution. For 150 million years, they shaped the planet, and in doing so, shaped the story of life itself. So the next time you look at a bird or feel the ground tremble beneath your feet, remember, you're feeling history, ancient power still pulsing beneath the skin of the modern world. This is not just the story of dinosaurs. It's the story of everything that came after. Tell me in the comments, if you could witness one moment from the age of dinosaurs, what would it be? Because the next story might take us even deeper into the ancient world that made us who we are. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this.